A couple months back, I was preparing a portfolio for college, and while I knew that this video would not come out until like several months in the future, I was still like, you know what art schools will really love? Michelangelo's self-cess. So I made sure this baby got done first, just so that she could go front and center on my Google Slides portfolio. And not to toot my own horn, but your girl made it in. So if you're gonna learn anything from me, it's definitely that you should always thank a boob owner in your life for good luck. Well, hello Earth Dimension, my name is Nayaka. I am a self-taught digital artist, decorated dentist, and a huge liar. Welcome to Playlist The Color Palettes. This is the series where I'm gonna be making illustrations based on the colors that I associate with a certain song. In the first episode, if you haven't seen it, we did a pink illustration based on 50/50's Tell Me. And today, we're actually gonna be doing an orange drawing based around Umi's Love Affair. Orange songs to me usually are songs that lean toward like the bright, upbeat, humorously awkward side of things. Like some examples of that would be Sam Henshaw's Broke, Don't Make It Harder on Me by Chloe X Halle, or Princess and the Frog's When We're Human. But for whatever reason, despite being so out of this particular ballpark, Love Affair by Umi seems to feel so undeniably orange to me. And a reason for that is because orange is a very hot color, you know? It reminds me of the sun, it reminds me of fire, it reminds me of sweat, you know? So where all the songs I mentioned earlier were orange because they were like bright and citrusy and like summery, Love Affair to me is orange because it is huge on the mood. The mood. Like, oh, look at you, there you are, wasting summer holidays away in your little indie core bedroom, just reading and rereading that one page of that one shoujo manga that you've always loved since you were in middle school, just over and over and over again because I think this will fix me. I think this will fix me. But ooh, it is hot. It is summer. The fan is on. You are sweating, girl. You are sweating. You are drenched. Okay. And now that is orange. Okay. That is girl orange. Okay. Now, okay, if I'm allowed to say this, the lyrics in Love Affair are very much giving the Lulu. Well, no, it's half the Lulu, half Truth Bomb. Same sort of vibe of like the angel and devil just fighting it out on your shoulders, or it's all the girlies in the group chat just begging you to just break up with that man. Break up. But the way that I interpreted this song is that there's something sort of essentially lonely about it. Like, this is all in her head. Like, she's not really talking to anybody about how she's feeling. So she's kind of in her room spiraling a little bit, being like, no, don't overthink it. This isn't love. It's just a crush. Is this your love affair? Love affair. You know what I mean? And I guess basically everything I said just now is the essence of what I drew here. It's this girly group chat sleepover gossip session between you, yourself, and the pros and cons list you made in your memos app. And like, I'll be so real, this was not my first idea. Like, before I finalized this piece, I was fully considering drawing a chick crying on a bed next to a window with mood lighting. But then I remembered that literally all I draw is characters sitting on a bed next to a window with mood lighting, and I was like, Mama, you are an artist. You can literally draw whatever you want, and this is what you choose to draw over and over again? Like, aren't you embarrassed? Aren't you so embarrassed? Like, mama, it's time to expand, mama. So I'll be honest, right? Because I went into this having a plan, but then scrapped the plan because I hated the plan. Everything after that was pretty head empty. Like, I could get all fancy and tell you that the reason why I didn't do line art was because I thought that harsh, dark lines would restrict the colors and retract from the dreamlike, ethereal, soft serve vibe that I was going for. But I wasn't really going for anything. Cause what really happened is that I sat here at this desk listening to Love Affair on loop for 6 hours at a time, just plopping colors in places using all the brushes that I found on that one brush pack that I found on DeviantArt. And then I played with hue and saturation for an embarrassingly long time until this drawing was beginning to look kind of finished. I will say though, if I'm allowed to flex a little bit, is that most of these poses are off the dome. Like, I genuinely did not use reference for any of these, except I did, for whatever reason, struggle with drawing the girl in the middle's pose. And I don't know why her, because technically her pose is the simplest of all of these, but yeah, I looked up reference for her. The rest of these I sort of just went freehand tattoo style, just fitting in more girls into places where I thought needed more girls. But then again, I guess it's not really that special because everything here are my safe poses, like standing with one hip to the side, sitting with your knees up to your chest, lying on your stomach. Those are like my big 3 basic poses that I draw like constantly. And you know, as an artist, I really should be expanding my pose library and practicing my dynamic poses, but whenever I start to feel really insecure about my art, I really do lean on these 3 to kind of be like, you know what, Nayaka, at least you can do that. And it just so happens that those last 2 poses just came in clutch whenever it comes to drawing this piece, so I guess that's something. Full disclosure, I did a whole lot of revision with this piece since the recording of the speed paint. In that process, I sort of heightened all the colors, removed all the more provocative hand placements because I submitted it for an exhibition at school. I mean, look, there she is, on a wall. And here's me trying to do that one Wojak meme and failing miserably. It was literally so surreal seeing some dumbass painting I made for a YouTube video like several months ago, like physically in the real world among so many other pieces by some insanely talented students. I thought it was really cool that I got to represent my major and my school this way, I guess, especially since this piece was in the portfolio that I used to get into the school. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of full circle. So I'm mondo proud. I'm super proud that I got to put myself out there. Anyway, sorry this short-ass video took so long to get out. As it turns out, getting into art school also means a shit ton of homework, so thanks, boob owners. I owe it all to ya. Friendly reminder that I stream on Twitch sometimes, and I have this thing on Ko-Fi where every donation over $4 American gets a cute little thank you doodle from me. Also, before I go, since this image is like print size now, would y'all be interested if I set up like an imprint store? Cause I've been like meaning to look into selling my stuff as prints, but I don't really know where to start, so just let me know if this is something you want. But yeah, that's all from me for now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and remember to wait